Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. All right. Sorry about this. I know I seem a little hectic at the moment. There's RJ. Hey, RJ. ah,
Hey, Mike.
I. Okay.
This may work, may not. Yeah, okay. It says do not bring into studio. Leave it backstage. Basically, I'm talking and listening through the phone, but I won't be able to read the comics on the phone. So I have to
Oh,
read
you
the
won't be.
comics.
So you're watching. Okay. So basically, I'll have to do the voices myself tonight.
Well, no, I mean if you just remove the one with the logo,
Oh, okay.
it'll be backstage, but I can still see the screen on my laptop,
Okay.
and then I can read the comic on the laptop. If it shows up, we're not even showing up on the laptop, and I have about 1 bar of Wi-Fi in this hotel, so I'm using my phone as a hotspot. And
All right. Well, I had a little bit of a group.
I'm getting booted off, man.
Well, let's see. Yeah,
I may already been booted off.
You're freezing up at times too. The video is like kind of choppy there a little bit too. All right. So what's going on? Oh. All right. I guess he's having some issues there. I guess we try to wait for him to come back. I had some issues too here. I had to like start up again. Um, Jr. Lucky thing, I guess you found the. Okay, you there now, RJ?
I don't think my Wi-Fi is going to be strong enough to let me stream on either platform.
Okay. Are you at a hotel or something like that?
Because I don't even know if you can hear me, Mike. You're a black screen right now on your side. All I see is my video.
Well,
I'm sure it's because I'm not getting. Mike, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. I can't see anymore. I cannot have Wi-Fi at this hotel. Stay on the stream. They keep kicking me off.
All right.
If it kicks me off again, I'll stay on because that'll be your show than just running itself. And I'm not talking to nobody because I don't have you on screen. I think it's going to kick me. That error message.
All right. Okay. I can hear you, but you're coming in choppy. You think you don't have the Wi-Fi strength to? I guess he doesn't. Okay. All right. So I guess I'll be. So I'm gonna go off camera here for a moment. See if I can contact RJ via Facebook and see if we can talk for a quick moment. Sorry about this, guys. Things are a little hectic here, so just give me a sec. Be right back. Right, he's still up on this one. All right, that's just that. Oh yeah. All right, give me a sec, guys. Apparently we have some issues out there. Sorry about that. All right. So basically, RJ will not be able to join us tonight. Apparently, he's having some issues at the hotel he's at, so he won't be able to do it. Hey, Rick. Oh, I get that shit on. Oh wait. All right. So let's see. Let me just do this real quick. Hail Zeno and Xena again. Hail Zeno and Xena. Hail RJ, Mike, just like old times. We can hear you fine, RJ. Yeah, but apparently he hit hail. So apparently his I guess he's at a hotel, I guess, and the Wi-Fi isn't working at his hotel, so he won't be able to join us this week. I guess I'm gonna just run this myself. Well, Rick, unless you want to try to, Rick, I think I'll send you the link and see if you want to try to jump in here to fill in for RJ tonight, since you're already here. So I'm gonna go ahead and as if I don't screw up here. Let me go. Just having a. All right. Sorry about this, guys. I know that I kind of screwed up earlier by turning the original one on, and then but hopefully we'll get into it. Let's see. Oh, there's Rick. All right. Oh, if you want to. All right. So, anyways, um, hey, Rick. What are you reading tonight? Well, I'm going to be reading from Centaur Comics, specifically Amazing Mystery Funnies number 17 and Amazing Man number 9, I believe. So we'll be reading Phantom of the Fair, Speed Centaur, and Amazing Man, and then we'll probably and Rick, I did send you this stream link if you want to hop in here. Um, um, if you guys haven't already, if you guys can like and share this, we will get to it here in a second. But I had my own little screw up earlier, just in starting the stream before it was actually meant to start, and then that's why this is called part 2. There he is. Hey, Rick.
Hello, hold on a sec.
All right.
Hello?
Yeah, I hear you. I heard you before. So.
Okay, I can
Are we
hear you
gonna
now.
get to see your face tonight, or no?
Maybe, I don't know.
Entertain the minion. Did you feel? I know. I just kind of called you in like on the spot here, but did you want to try to read, or should I just do the reading myself? You just want to commentate tonight, or did you want to try to read along?
I'll see. I'll try the first story or so.
All right. So there we go. There you are. All right. I had a little bit of a screw up. I turned the first stream on early, and then so I ended up having to cancel that one out, and then just got a new one. So if you guys can help out by sharing out the stream tonight, that'd be appreciated. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead here and get the book up. Get the stuff up here that we're going to read here. So.
And hello, JR. He says, join in, Rick. Entertain me, minions.
Yeah, so anyways, yes, this is Amazing Mystery Funnies number 17 or volume 3, number 1 here. So we're gonna depending upon how fast we get to these, gonna get at least through 3 of them, maybe 5, because some of them you might even remember, Rick. So
yeah.
we'll start out with
I've got a comment. I got a comment already. Who is this guy on the cover? Megamind? Look at that giant forehead.
Yeah, no, I'm not sure who that is.
I know it's not
That
Megamind.
actually might be the Phantom of the Fair right there, actually, from the looks of it.
But I know it's not Megamind. It's just that big forehead. It's like, holy crap.
But anyways, so well, let's kind of try to get into this. I know that Amazing Mystery Funnies number 10 here, and then here's a little like note to the editor here. Phantom of the Fair. So that's who it was. But there in the in story, he has a red hood with a cape there.
Yeah, and his forehead is even big there too. It's not quite as big as the cover, but
by Paul Gustafson. All right, so let's see. I guess I'll do the guy in the green suit there. You can do the guy in the blue, okay? Rick? Can you hear me?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. It went buffering for a second. I'm not sure whether it's my end or your end.
Well, mine seems to be fine, but because I can now hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but like for a second, everything went blank on my end, and I had the buffering circle.
Yeah. Well, yeah. RJ was having troubles with that too for some reason, but
So I'm not sure whether it's my end or your end or whose end or whatever. Hopefully, we don't have that again.
yeah, hopefully. But you can hear me full now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So I would suggest I'll take the green suited guy. You take the blue suited guy.
Okay.
Can you read that, or did you want me to send?
Yeah, I can read it.
Okay. All right. So here we go. No, Grimes. I won't sell. I won't sell the coal mines if it takes every cent I have.
Don't be a fool, Carlton. If these explosions continue, you will lose every cent you have and the mines too.
Well, they won't. I've seen to that. Another thing. These explosions haven't been just accidents, as everybody says. They're the they're the dirty work of someone who wants to get me out of these mines.
Are you insinuating that I'm behind it all?
No, but there might be something in that. Now get. See, meanwhile, in a shaft, in Carlo mine. I'll take the big guy there. You take the smaller guy, or lefty
Okay.
there. Oh shit, lefty!
Yeah, let's go get him, Hank.
As Hank tears loose the the bridging
Bridging.
bridging on the side of the shaft, on the side of shaft A. Cave in. Um, the men at the end of the shaft turn cold at the call, echoing through the tunnel.
I think you get the one on the side here.
Oh, there was something. Oh, as the timber continues to break loose and gain momentum, it seizes the it seizes the
It strikes.
it strikes the chamber to the
Charger.
dynamite. Oh, it strikes the charger to the dynamite at the fore end of shaft A. Cave in! Cave in! Cave in! Oh, okay. We can't.
Oh,
Okay, I see now where it was supposed to go. I guess, but
yeah. They did that really whacked.
yeah. Okay. All right. So a moment later, the men are trapped between two deaths. A cave in front of them, an explosion behind them. Men fall like flies in the mine disaster. While in the field office of Carlton Mines, um, oh, you want to do that guy, and then I'll see if
Okay.
I'll do a cold.
Mr. Carlson, there's been a cave in and an explosion in Shaft A.
What? Get the emergency squad out. All right, before I continue here, I think I need to do some lighting adjustments here. So I'm gonna go off camera here for a moment, Rick. If you want to talk to the chat, I know we're a bit screwy tonight, but anyways, I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
no problem, no problem. Well, although you can't see well, something that I'm going to be showing off, setting up, going to do a little videos showing setting this up tomorrow, and then I'm going to go live using it once I have it set up. I'm going to record myself setting it up, or hopefully record myself setting up my new Yugi tablet, and then go live.
All right. So I'm back now. Thanks, Rick.
You're welcome.
I do know that I think here where I'm at in Southern California, we're supposed to get some rain tomorrow. So
Not sure what it's doing here tomorrow.
yeah. So all right. So continuing on with this story, then. In less than a minute, the emergency crew is lowered into the mine, fully equipped to rescue the men trapped in Shaft A. Come on, get a move on, Doc. Those ambulances are on the way. Yes.
Yes.
Oh.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay.
Nothing. Go ahead.
Yes, they'll be here in an hour. Carson turns toward the crowd. Is there a doctor among you? We need all the medical and medical aid
Aid.
we can get. Right. I think that's you.
Well, that's a different guy in blue. Yeah,
Oh.
the original guy was a big fat guy. This guy's a doctor or physician from the crowd, but I can do him if you want.
Yeah, go for it.
I'll say there. I'm a physician. Beasley. Occurrence. All this.
Huh? Okay. Thanks for helping us out. And you want to do the guy in brown there too?
Forget that. We're rivals, Carlton. Anything I can do. Forget that we're rivals, Carlton. Anything I can do.
Thanks, Grimes. I can use every man available. But Grimes was saying to himself,
Chump. When I get through with your mind, it won't be
Rick?
hands.
It sounded like you cut out there for a moment.
Yeah.
Huh.
Oh, did you hear what I read or not?
Only like the first and last line, basically.
Hello? Chump. When I get through with your mind, it won't be worth selling, huh? You'll have to pay me to take it off your hands.
While descending the English sounding doctor, mysteriously watches Grimes. I think that was the guy.
Yeah. He seems too calm, unconcerned, and calm about this whole business. Perhaps he knows, but we shall see later on.
We did everything we could, Mr. Carlton. The shafts all blocked. Set that steel shelding up and put plenty of bridging on it so it won't cave in again. Now, Hank, how did it happen? Yeah. Lefty and I were heading this way with the dynamite charger when all of a sudden it happened. It was the bridging on the side that broke loose. That started it. I tried to get that charger with me, but it was knocked out of my hands and there wasn't time to pick it up again. And you two were the only ones that saw it happen. Well, okay. You two go upstairs. You've had enough for one day. All right, Mr. Carlton. We better see if they're broken through yet.
Now, where'd that other doctor go to? Funny, he was here a second ago.
Maybe he went ahead to where the cave-in is. Come on, we better move up there.
I'd like to know what happened to him.
As Carlton and the doctor leave, Grimes remains with Hank and Lefty.
You did a good job this time. So here's a little extra bonus.
Uh, thanks, boss. What's next? But as the three men talk softly, little are they aware of the fact that someone is nearby and listening to their conversation. A strangely dressed figure. It's the Phantom. Now they got him in red and blue here. And gave Adam a more darker
looking
color.
looking a little like Superman. Look at that giant forehead.
Man, that just got your attention, doesn't it, Rick?
Chef B, E, and H. Now get busy. I want this business finished with
Anyways,
one for all.
Anyway, just as a reminder, if you guys, those are in here, if you guys can like and share the stream, and see if we can get some more friendly people in here. And also, if anything here grabs your attention, feel free to comment and/or ask questions. We'll try to answer the questions to the best of our ability. So, anyways, that's you right there, Rick.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I had read him, but okay. Chef B, E, and H. Now get busy. I want this business finished up with once and for all.
That's a pretty big job, boss. But but we'll do it. All right. You were the Phantom because the Phantom. I think the Phantom was the guy who was the.
The doctor.
Yeah.
Okay. But you're doing the whatchamacallit, the narration.
Yeah, but the thing is that you see the little black arrow there?
No, I don't. Not down far enough for me to see it.
Well.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah. I see. Well, my hunch was right. This Grimes is the one behind everything. I'll have to take care of him before Hank and Lefty can set up the dynamite charges.
As Hank and Lefty leave, the Phantom steps out in front of Grimes.
Nice conversation. You need to go back up for me to read.
I have gone back up.
Yeah, but I'm on the. Sorry, I'm on the wrong thing. It was on your page. I was sharing and liking. My bad. Nice conversation. Enough for you to murder A. Grimes? What the Phantom?
Right. As Grimes draws his gun, the Phantom springs into action like a panther. And there's a big.
That that for the time being. Now to take care of the other two. Now to find
Yeah.
out which tunnel Hank and Lefty are in. I'll have to work against time now. One of the wires. I hope that leads me to those two rats instead of the dynamite. The Phantom.
That's narration. The Phantom stopped suddenly. His lead has brought him to the dynamite. With the speed of lightning, he turns and races for the other end of the wire. Meanwhile, Hawk and Lefty prepare for the destruction of the mine. Come on, come on, hand me those wires. There, that's the last one.
Did you want me to do the guy with green pants?
Yeah, you were doing him earlier because that's Lefty.
No, I think Lefty got hurt. I thought Lefty got hurt. But anyways, the boss said to wait until 11 sharp. It's about 5 seconds of now.
As the second hand ticks away, the Phantom races on at incredible speed.
I should be nearing the end of the wire soon.
What's the time?
2 more seconds. 11 sharp. Here goes.
Okay. But at that moment, the Phantom rounds the corner, and Hank and Lefty stop short. What is it? Like a dart, the Phantom dives at Lefty and is at the dynamite charger. Hank draws a knife, but the crashing blows of the Phantom stop him in no time. Let's see.
That I'm not sure. Literally or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that's literally.
Yeah, literally mashed to a pulp. Hank and Lefty crumble to the floor. The Phantom rips loose the wire to the charger and picks up Hank and Lefty.
You're going to join your playmate, boys. There, just take it easy. Someone.
Rick? You seem to go out again. Are you there?
Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. My internet went out for half a second.
Oh, okay. Because I was wondering what's happening with you. I was looking at you, and it looked like,
Yeah. So it's obviously on my end. Whatever's going on here. But anyways, okay. There. Just take it easy. Someone will come along and pick you up. So long.
Meanwhile, the rescue party has broken through to the entombed men. 14 men killed. It's like a nightmare.
Yes, it seems unbelievable. Those that lived were hardly scratched, and all the others were killed instantly. Carlton, look! That English doctor! I say, I found these three chaps bundled up with this note pinned to them.
Listen. Um, here's the cause of the mine disasters and the end of them, the Phantom. Holy hats! So it was Grimes. The yellow so and so should be boiled in oil, and that isn't good enough for him. Let's see. As the party reaches the elevator shaft,
Reckon you won't be needing me here now that it's all settled.
let's see. Hey, come back with that, huh? It's 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 him, the Phantom.
Wonder where I'll go next. I don't know yet. Anyway, anywhere there where there's trouble to straighten out, we'll see you in the next issue. Ooh, breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah. Let's see, and then
Did he do it first?
huh?
I said, did he do it first? Breaking the fourth wall?
I don't. Well, let's see. I think I've seen a few other instances. I just don't know off the top of my head. Um,
If you've
Daredevil,
seen a few other incidents before this, then he's not the first.
yeah. So, what do you think of the art here, Rick? As we scroll down to let's see.
Interesting way they've done some of the characters, and of course, they gave the Phantom that really big forehead.
Circle. We're going down the speed Centaur. I'm just kind of breezing through. If you want to look at the art here,
Yeah,
you know,
I'm looking as we pass by.
Tennessee Isle there. Let's see. In this weekend, that's right. I remember now. A false mask. Man of 1,000 faces couldn't change the one thing that gave him away. Wow, so that whole idea of a man of 1,000 faces, a man of 1,000 mouths, that's quite a, there's John Dixon, that was quite a regular theme in comics and cartoons back then as well.
Yeah. Hopefully this doesn't interfere too much. I'm turning my fan on.
Bullet by PF RF Buttons. Really good.
Can you hear that at all, my fan?
Nope. John Linton. John Linton, Flyer, Scientist, Adventure. Stranger Than Fiction. Let's see, Sir, and I'll read some of these out. Sir Basil Zaharoff slept only 2 hours a night. Wow, interesting. Let's see, Geraldine.
Yeah. Okay, he only slept 2 hours a night, but how many hours did he sleep during the day?
Let's see, Geraldine. Mobade of Cork, Ireland, was 7 years old on July 7th month.
I think that is that 7 or 4.
It was 7. It's 7. Was 7 years
Uh-huh.
old on July 7th. On July 7th, 1907, and had 7 brothers and sisters. Lived at
Lived.
7 Hickory Way, and
And her telephone number was 77.
Just 77. Yeah, they would not have had it. I don't know why, but I guess I'm having some issues, read this. So, but let's see if me advancing the. Did that help much? No, I guess not. Well, maybe, but. All right, Speed Centaur by Malcolm Kildare. The Speed Centaur and Real McCoy, after exploring Speed's hideout cave, discover an opening leading into a strange land. Once there, the pair was set upon by the 10 Knights of Doom, whom they readily defeated. They then went on and rescued a Prince Albert of Avon, who was being held prisoner by his uncle and guarded by the knights.
Now, okay, were Speed Centaur and the Real McCoy two different things?
Characters, yes, they were
with two different stories. So this is like almost like a first crossover for.
No. They were 2 characters in the same feature here.
Oh, so they've always been in the same feature, not two different features?
Okay, so Speed Centaur was discovered by a scientist who ended up raising him. And then when the scientist was killed off, he went to the city to start fighting crime. He befriended Real McCoy, who was I believe he was a news reporter.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, these weren't 2 separate features. They were part of the same feature, Speed Centaur.
Oh, okay.
As Speed and his companions travel toward the castle of Prince Albert's wicked uncle, Sir Morbid. You want to do this guy?
Okay. Prince Albert, I plan that we'll regain your throne without a war, I hope.
Meanwhile, as Speed discloses his plan, the leader of the Knights of Doom, who ran away when he saw his band being beaten, clatters into the yard of Sir Morbid's castle.
This tale just might be a bit morbid.
Yeah. Quick! Take me to Sir Morbid, King of Avon. Led before Prince Albert's uncle, the knight cries out, "Oh, sire! Disaster has befallen us. The prince has escaped." "What? Speak up, you sniveling fool! Who did it? How did it happen?" The knight tells his story. And sire, this man horse fought like the very devil, who he probably is. Bah! You're crazy. Lock this fool up till he comes to his senses. All right, I'll let you do the gesture there. I think he's actually the one speaking first here in this case.
No, because the king is sort of asking question.
Oh, okay. Tweaks, you idiot. What do you think of this? Oh, okay. I guess that.
He's bad, your majesty, but ease your mind, sire. as I play for you.
And so, as the evil king forgets his wickedness to the tune of a jester's song, we find our intrepid group pausing near his castle.
You're not afraid to try my plan, then, Prince Albert?
No, no, of course not. Wait here for me, and if I'm not back by nightfall, you will know I have failed. Saving, so saying, the brave young prince left Speed and Reel and entered the gates of his uncle's castle alone. Prince Albert is brought before his uncle, who exclaims, "Oh ho! So you are free, nephew? Nephew? Uncle, I have come to propose fair means by which we can settle our dispute once and for all." Seeing an opportunity to impress his courtiers with his sense of justice, the wicked uncle announces, of course, my dear nephew. I am always ready to listen to a fair proposal. Rather than cause great bloodshed among the people by war, I suggest a duel with the winner take all. The winner take all. And the loser must give up claim to the throne and live in exile for the remainder of his life. Sir Morbid was a coward and feared the young prince's ability with arms. But acting bravely, he speaks. Bah! It would not be fair. Me fighting a youth such as you? No, uncle. I do not mean for us to fight, but for your strongest knight to pit his power against some knight I choose. Quick to grab the opportunity, Sir Morbid cries out, "Ho ho! You young fool! If that's what you want, so be it. For I have the most powerful knight in all the land, Sir Richard."
Renchard. Or, yeah, Richard.
Yeah, Richard. Kind of like Richard, but more with an S sound as opposed to an it sound.
Yeah.
Short E instead of short I. Prince Albert leaves the castle and returns to Speed and Reel. Everything. Let's see. Oh, um, oh yeah. I think I had you do Reel. I believe there.
Yeah. But I think this is Albert because he's the one talking coming out. He has the shield and all that. Although I don't like where they placed the balloon in here for him. You should have been. I think it should have been below.
I see the tail is right next to the gold helmet there.
Yeah, and I think that's Prince Albert, isn't it?
Actually, I thought Prince Albert was the one because if you go back up here, Prince Albert was in the red and blue garb there.
Yeah. Okay. Everything's
but actually,
also.
you're right there. It does look more like I guess there's a coloring shift there
because if you go back up to where he's going into the castle, it looks more like him when he's going into the castle with the shield. Anyways,
Yeah. All right.
They're messing up all their coloring. They can't keep it straight from.
Yeah. Everything's all set. He has agreed to our plan, and tomorrow is the day for the contest. So let's get some sleep. The next morning. Go ahead.
I was just going to comment. I don't like the placement of this balloon in that panel. It should have been down where below the horse, horse's
Because
leg and all
the
that.
yeah, the balloon, the word balloon, the letter balloon, and the narration box there are in essence covering the other character. You can't.
Yeah, the narration box is not so bad because it would be probably above the guy's head, but the balloon is right over the other guy's head.
Yeah, I think in the combined effect there, it's like they're both blocking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you just have the narration box where it is, and then you put the balloon down below at the bottom of the panel, you'd be able to see the character a lot better, more of the character.
All right. So, anyways, yeah, okay. The next morning, the tournament field is being made in readiness for the great duel. After Sir Morbid seats himself in the pavilion to the blare of trumpets, the starter announces the rules of the contest. You want to do that guy right there?
Okay. And each contestant shall charge forth, the object being to unseat his opponent.
The signal is given, the tent flaps pulled back, and both contestants charge forth. As they charge toward each other, the crowd gasps at the sight of such a strange figure. Traveling with the force and power of a fast-moving train, Speed meets the onrushing knight and quickly unseats him. So,
yeah, the Centaur.
Yeah, the Centaur.
Yeah, like I don't know how they probably heard of centaurs before. I don't know.
Well, a centaur is more from Greek mythology, and if this is medieval England, they might not have heard of it. They might not have, unless they happen to get a hold, I guess, of like some of like
Yeah,
the Iliad.
Yeah. Well, I'm just thinking some tales of Greek mythology would have reached them, by the medieval ages.
Yeah.
But I could be wrong about that too. So
Yeah. After Speed won the contest, Prince Albert appears before his uncle claiming his rights. Uncle, are you prepared to return my throne to me? Dog, you have tricked me. And seize him, men, and kill that strange man-horse. The wicked knights of Sir Morbid charge across the field at speed and reel. As the first of the knights bear down on them, Speed handles his lance like a bat and knocks them spiraling.
spinning, isn't that spinning, not spiraling?
Oh yeah, spinning.
Yeah, spinning.
Many a knight fell before he knew what hit him, for Speed struck fast and furiously. Reel wasn't any slouch either. He handled a mace with deadly force. You know what a mace is, right? Right, Rick?
Yeah.
Kind of a club
a stick with a. Yeah, well, it's usually a ball on the end. A stick with a ball on the end with spikes protruding from the ball.
Right. Realizing his knights are losing the battle, Sir Morbid flees with his bodyguard, taking Prince Albert with him as prisoner. Hurry, you fools! We must get to the castle before we are killed by that devil. Meanwhile, Rio leaped on Speed's back, and both fought viciously, while the knights were slowly but surely being subdued. The few remaining knights turn and flee for their lives. Um, All right. Okay. Okay. That's real right there, I believe. I think I had you
Yeah,
do real.
yeah. We won't bother with them. We must reach Prince Albert. Oh no.
Oh wait. Oh, that guy might have been speed right there, and then the other guy was
Yeah.
okay. We won't bother with them. We must rescue Prince Albert. Now
Okay, Speed, let's go. Go, go, Speed Racer. I mean, what's his name? Speed. Go, go, Speed Centaur. Go, go, Speed Centaur. Go.
never mind taking your horse, Real. We're going up in the air. Speed takes a mighty leap, and our heroes are high in the air. Traveling at a great height, Speed and Real have a panoramic view of the countryside.
Now, wouldn't it have been neat to actually create a panoramic view? A little bit more, a wider shot.
I don't see anything. Do you, Real?
No, Speed. But wait. Look down on that mountain.
Why, yes, there's a narrow pass through it. Let's see where it goes. Landing in the pass, the pair follow the course through the mountain. Reaching the far side of the mountain, Real cries out.
Look, Speed. That's where they might be.
For there, in the middle of a valley, stands a castle atop the peculiarly shaped hill. Knowing they will be seen by Sir Morbid, Speed and Real walk brazenly toward the hill. As they approach, Sir Morbid calls to them from a turret atop the castle. Aha! So you have come. Oh, wait, Sir Oh, aha! So you have come to rescue the prince, eh? Well, you dogs, you can have him. Saying, Sir Morbid gives a signal. Prince Albert is hurled from atop the castle to the ground, hundreds of feet below. With a tremendous leap, Speed is in the air and catches the prince as he falls to the amazement and anger of Sir Morbid. Putting the prince safely down, Speed turns toward the base of the hill, and gathering all his tremendous power and strength, he lifts and pushes the entire hill and castle over. Oh my god! Look at this! Look at how
Wow.
strong the centaur is.
That is strong. He'd probably even be stronger than Superman at this point.
Maybe.
Because I don't think the Superman of this time would have been that strong, but I could be wrong.
I think yeah, they were still the. That's the end of Sir Morbid and his gang. Uh, uh, oh
This is Prince Albert, so
yeah,
you were
okay.
doing him.
Yeah, Speed and Prince Albert. I think I kind of got thrown off there. Again. Yes. Thanks to you and your great strength, my friend.
How did you get? How did you get? How did you get up to that castle?
Um, the castle guard let down a huge lift and hoisted us up. But come, my friends, I must return to my throne and let the people know their ruler is with them once more. There was great rejoicing throughout the land as many of the heralds announced the return of Prince Albert as ruler of Avon. At the castle, and you, my two good friends, must stay with me. No, Prince Albert. We must return to our own land. We have been gone a long time. So saying, Speed and Reel leave the land of Avon and journey back to Knobnose Mountain outside the city of Racket. Next
Yes,
month,
they
Speed.
must.
Oh, go ahead.
They must leave the land of Avon. They will sell it no more.
Next month, Speed Centaur has another action-packed adventure. Don't miss it. All right, so there we go, and then add them there. So, all right, so let's see, where are we at on time here?
10 o'clock, right on the nose, or an hour in.
All right.
I'll be right back. I got
All
a
right.
message on my phone.
All right. So we'll probably get through at least one more story, maybe two. So, yeah. And as we're going through this, of course, Rick is off, so yeah, it's still going to take me a sec to set up the next one. The different books, I got to go type in the information here. First off, of course, I got to get back to the top of the page here. All right, so I'm going to shorten the font a bit here.
I'm not sure whether you noticed, but I have a pair of earbuds now, wireless earbuds. JR says, how popular was Speed Centaur and who owns him now? I have no idea. Oh,
well, I think
He
he's
was-
he's public domain now because I know this because you know like
yeah, nothing's been done with him, but
it's possible. Oh, go ahead, Rick. Sorry.
what company is he with at this point?
Centaur.
Okay, so, and they didn't get bought by anybody, did they?
No, not necessarily, but I know a lot of their characters did get I guess bought. Well, I think Malibu had some of their characters for a while back in the 90s.
Yeah, but they might have been just using them as public domain. So
yeah. Well, I know Malibu took up a bunch of public characters that became public domain there. Let me see. Oh, what am I doing there?
yeah, but I'm like like how I'm thinking like DC, how they bought Charlton and Quality and a few others like that. DC didn't buy Centaur or Marvel or whatever buy them.
Let me just,
as far as you know.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to
See.
I'm just trying to find here. Let's see.
Because even if they did buy them, they might not own the characters because they never used them. Thus, they want it to public domain. So,
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if I. Let's see. Yeah. So there's no additional information on Speed Centaur, but I do know that like Malibu. Well, let's see if maybe the Malibu site might have it because Malibu Wiki might.
yeah,
have it.
well, I was just thinking you'd want to look up more, not so much the character himself, but maybe the company that he belonged to. whether they got bought by somebody or whatever.
Yeah. Well, what I do know for pretty much a fact is that a lot of the stuff that Centaur was doing did actually eventually, like Malibu did come up with a bunch of, did actually um
Oh yeah, I don't doubt that, but was it public domain at that point? Did they buy the company, the character somehow, or
all
whatever?
right. Well, here, let me let's read this together here real quick here. Let's see. All right. So, in 1992, Malibu Comics revived several Centaur heroes, which by that time lapsed into public domain. As the superhero team, the Protectors included were Airman, Amazing Man, the Arrow, the Clock, as a retired mystery man, then the President of the United States, Brian O'Brien. The Clock, of course, also Clock started out with Centaur and eventually went over to Quality. So, Centaur in our where we're at in the history there, the Clock is actually being featured in Featured Comics and will be moving over to Crack Comics in early 1940. So, the Phantom of the Fair, also known as Phantoman, renamed by Malibu as Gravestone. The Ferret, Man of War. The Masked Marvel, renamed Night Mask. Mighty Man, Prince Zardy. The Eternal Man, and the Shark, renamed Thrasher. As well as completely original characters are. So Speed Centaur probably wasn't one of the. He probably is in public domain now.
Yeah, but it seems even. It would seem, by according to this, the Centaur heroes, just in general, Centaur Comics, their stuff had time lapsed into public domain.
Right.
If all these other characters, so did the others. So nobody ever bought, it seems, Centaur stuff. Of course, Malibu did some revitalize some of them in the 90s, which you couldn't touch that version of them probably, but you could touch the original versions probably no
Right.
matter what,
Right.
if you wanted to do something with them.
Uh-huh. So with that now, actually, I do need to step away from the computer for a moment, Rick. So if you want to talk to Jeff, and if you want to
Yeah.
promote anything while I'm away, you can do that too. So
Yeah. So, JR, does that answer your question? I think it should. It'd be interesting somebody picking up these characters and doing with something with them more. Um, Obviously, I would rename. Actually, I have a character that I called Centaur. Obviously, nothing like thing here. He was going to be well, I wasn't sure whether he was going to be a hero or a villain. Let's see whether I could bring him up quick. Not that you'd be able to see anything that I got on here because care. Do I have them under heroes or villains? No, under villains. Yeah. Here was one of the original drawings. I'm not sure how well you can see this. Oh, you can't even see it because so here, let me take there. Not sure how. Maybe once. Yes, he's an interesting idea. I guess must be embarrassing to poo outside in the cities when you're Centaur. Yeah. But at least you can get there quick, right? With this super speed. So I'm not sure how well you can see that. Maybe when Mike gets back, he can make me big. I I thought of doing it more. Well, I wasn't sure at one point whether I was going to do this Centaur character as a hero villain, and I redrew him a few years ago. Back up. So
All right, I'm back. So, but I had to give you.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, he looks like a centaur.
yeah. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, so
All right. So, anyways,
yeah,
so let's get back.
yeah. So
We're at an hour 11. So this might be the last story we'll do tonight. We're gonna do Amazing Man because that's 10 pages. We'll probably get to close to 135, 140. Depending on how fast we get through this. Thanks for stepping in, Rick, for RJ.
Yeah, and I'm up next week, right?
No, RJ's up next week. It was going to be RJ this week and next week. Then Shadowhawk, you're actually here next on the 20th. So,
okay.
3 weeks from today.
Yeah, and the 20th will probably be my last time for a while because I don't know when after that I'm going to be able to set up doing stuff on a regular basis. I'm going to try and have my computer with me wherever I go. Right. But I won't even be able to do my own stuff on a regular basis.
Okay.
I might be able to upload stuff, but that's about it.
Well, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it, okay?
Yeah.
But thank you for giving me a heads up anyways. So you'll be on the 20th and Tim will be on the 27th and RJ will be on the 3rd, and then I think I have Metal tentatively for November 10th. And then RJ will be on December 1st. So anyways, let's get into this. Amazing Man Comics. Amazing Man Comics. Come on, The Amazing Man by Bill Everett. Now, Bill Everett, just in case you guys didn't know, is also the same guy who created Namor, the Submariner, as well. And they were doing, anyways, Amon, the Amazing Man, having abandoned his plan to avenge the misdeeds of the Great Question because of the introduction of war in Europe, steals his own plane from the hands of the police and flies it to the battle area in France. He has been captured by the Germans, but escaped with the use of the green mist.
Was he the green mist beforehand, or is he?
No, no, you're thinking of Green Mask.
Okay, I thought there was a green mist character.
Yeah. No, Amon, one of his powers is being able to use a green mist, I believe. So,
okay.
I know when you start getting into all this, it can all kind of like,
And sometimes you have names that are really familiar, and
Well,
different
remember, Green
powers.
Mask was one of the heroes in Fox. So,
yeah.
Anyways, just checking something there, see if I got. Oh, all right. All right. So, anyways, and flies. Okay, hatched by the Germans, but escaped with the use of the green mist. Now we find him in a stolen German plane, bombing his way to the capital, Berlin. So they were starting to get, they were starting to have even though America was not technically in the war yet. You could
Yeah.
see how the comic book writers at the time were trying to build interest, per se. I guess if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
The pilot and observer are dead. It's unfortunate, but they would have been in my way. I shall have trouble enough getting to Berlin in any event. Coldly, Haman drops bombs on every building and said, coldly. like he doesn't have any empathy for these people, right? right.
Yeah. Ja. Da.
You want to do the German right there?
Don Vita, one of our own bombers was is that.
My supply of bombs is getting low, and it's still many kilometers to Berlin. I'll have to. Here comes trouble. Even as Haman attempts to maneuver, two Nazi attack planes drop from the clouds.
One of our own ships, surely, but either a traitor or disguised a Frenchman. Yeah.
Hampered by the bulk of the great bomber, Haman is no match for the fast little planes until suddenly he climbs to the observer's cockpit and reaches for the machine gun as his disabled plane goes into a wild
Earthward.
earthward spin. Let's see.
God damn evil. I am hit.
Oh man.
Sorry.
Amon's deadly accuracy, even under
Apprehension.
apprehension of the approaching death, brings down the first of the two pursuit. Wow, just the lettering off of this color, some of this coloring is something else.
Yeah, it's hard to the black lettering, the
and the
colors.
dark in that particular panel.
Yeah.
Tragedy.
These guys obviously aren't doing the white enclosed caption box to make it more readable.
Tragedy, death, the toll of aeronautical warfare. What is the fate of the amazing man?
Outside French would say "sis bien." Our pilots have down the traitor quickly, Herman. We must see if he is alive.
I believe that's pronounced say.
Says.
Because I remember.
I was
say bien.
Says bien. Says bien.
Yeah.
I was trying to put the German accent on it.
C'est la vie, and that's basically how it's spelled. Yeah,
but you put the German accent on it, it comes out sounding a little different.
Yeah.
A German trying to do a French accent. There, how about that?
Yeah. Intense heat holds the Germans back, but suddenly one of them spies Amon's body lying several yards away from the plane.
JR says, Herman, the German? A lot of German hate. God, he is a terrible sight, but I think he's not dead. Help me carry him to the guardhouse, Herman. Actually, I'm more doing a Swiss accent, I think, not German. He is not. He is not a German air lieutenant. He must have. Oh, duh. He has a slightly Oriental look about him, like that of a Mongolian or a Tibetan. I cannot understand how he comes to have been in our bomber.
I think it's Tibetan is what has
Tibetan.
yeah, as in
No.
Tibet, yeah, Tibetan.
Yeah. It is riddle, Herman. I have heard of that infamous, amazing man. He's running rampant on the front lines, and it may be that this is him. There is something strangely familiar about his face. Perhaps I have seen his picture in the papers. Germans love Tibetans, says JR.
Huh.
Okay, so then if this is the amazing man, we're in plenty of trouble, whether we like it or not. Ho, you're just Herman. We are Nazis, and he is powerless. Powerless, perhaps, but he is terrible to think of what he has done. When der Führer learns of his capture, we will be rewarded, Herr Lieutenant.
And as the officers
Turn,
twirl away,
turn
Amon
away.
or turn away, Amon sits
Rises.
rises to his elbow, still stunned by the shock of the crash. Uh-oh, trouble again. What now?
He is conscious, Lieutenant. Look out.
Amon, summoning his depleted strength, leaps at the Nazi captors. Madly, he wreaks havoc in
What's this?
the guardhouse.
What's this?
But in his weakened condition, he is overwhelmed when another guard enters.
Thank the Lord you came, Carl. He nearly had us finished, but he is in bad shape. We must get him into a field hospital. That's pretty bad when that guy can take out even just two of them.
Uh-huh.
When he's in that bad of shape.
Mm-hmm.
Dunswitch, it is the amazing man. How did you ever capture him here, Lieutenant?
20 minutes later, Amon is admitted to the Nazi field hospital. Many feet below the surface of the ground in the modern fortifications of the Siegfried Line. Ach, I never thought I'd lay eyes on the amazing man. Pat my, but isn't he handsome though?
They're not Scottish, you know.
I
Or
know.
Irish.
I get that, Rick. But it's like I'm trying to.
Yeah, I know. I'm just teasing you a little.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying. It's like trying to find that balance between the female and the German, and it's a little more tricky.
Yeah, just handsome, yes, but not as nearly. And see, I'm doing the Scottish. Even trying to.
Handsome, yes, but you're not nearly as surprised as I, Elise. Um, I've seen him before, though in Tibet. 2 years ago, I was in Tibet with my father, an explorer. We saw the amazing man. Then, when we were still in training,
Training.
he's a memorable boy, and he's handsome. Here we go. For want of a narration box here.
Back
back
in back in
back in
something
the back in the
mountains.
mortars of the great back in the headquarters of the Great Question. Um, contempt is contempt
Amon's predicament.
Mars predicament. Okay,
I
wait,
think it's back in the mountains of Tibet. The Great Question contemplates Amon's predicament.
okay, that's what it is. Okay.
I think, anyways, it sounds good.
Mon, you fool. We, the Council of Seven, have molded you into a superhuman specimen, and yet you constantly bungle things, risking your life and our work of the past quarter of a century. By means of mental telepathy, the Great Question communicates with Amon in his semi-conscious state. Amon, I need you back in Tibet. You must escape somehow and come back to the monastery. I shall will you to recuperate fast and will give you further orders when you are on your feet.
Well, geez, like he didn't already know that he needed to escape.
Yes, I'm coming. He's acting. Uh, he's acting delirious, Pat. Shall we call the doctor? Yes. You prepare a hypo. I'll get him.
JR says some Germans actually believe a group of Tibetan mystics secretly run the world. Huh?
Oh
Okay.
yeah, that's
Well, I guess.
I think what Jr. is talking about it's a pretty long running conspiracy theory that a small group of really powerful individuals known as the Illuminati
Yeah, well,
basically run everything.
yeah, well, it's obvious something similar to the Illuminati, but I don't think this is actually the Illuminati because he is saying Tibetan mystics, which the Illuminati would not be. The Illuminati are supposed to be, I believe, powerful businessmen or whatever stuff like that. But still,
Mhm.
a secret set of people running the world.
Basically, yeah. I mean, if you remember Gargoyles in the '90s, they played up on the Illuminati angle as well. So
Yeah, a lot of different things have done that.
yeah. Amon, influenced by the Great Question, rises from his bed. Must get out of here. Out of here.
Out of
Must
here.
be. Oh wait. Oh wait. Having found his clothes, Amon slips into the hall and is startled by voices approaching. Must be careful.
Hey, Shadowhawk. Shadowhawk is here. Says, "Hail, Mike, Rick, and the chat. Have a great stream."
Yeah. Hopefully, if you want to stick around as well and check out what we're doing here, more than welcome in. Thank you for the like and the share. Um, So this is a guy right here. So
Eric, it's the amazing man. He's trying to escape. After him.
I guess since you hadn't been talking a while, you must have forgot your German accent too.
Yeah. Yeah. I started doing that Scottish one on that lady, and now it's stick.
Yeah.
Oh, da. Die for him, Eric. Now it's not even. I don't know what I'm doing now.
Yeah. The fight is on. Amon, with the superhuman strength of a madman, rips into his opponents with a vengeance. Not so fast, my friends. The mist, Amon. The green mist.
Uh-oh. Man, gut. Eric, he has vanished right under our very eyes. I had him but by the throat, and then suddenly he wasn't there anymore. Ja, this is crazy. Shadow says, I can only hang out for a few minutes, but always good to see you boys. Thanks, Shadowhawk.
Yeah.
And JR said, Hail Hawk.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we'll kind of highlight them. Know that we always appreciate their comments.
And of course, Shadowhawk says, Hail JR Exner.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, anyways, getting back to the story here, then. My head aches. I am weak. Mist serves to. The mist seems to be thinking, perhaps because of my condition, it take another shot of the formula. Let's see. Fearing that he may yet be seen due to the tunnel
Thinness of the mist, Amon ducks
thickness.
into a room that appears to be some kind of a laboratory. I just figured since I had a little bit
for
okay. Apparently I've gone.
Yeah, I've already said that.
Oh no! I wasn't saying gone trying to read it. I was. You were frozen. I was saying I was gone because.
Oh.
Just happened to be the same word.
Yeah.
Oops.
Okay. Anyways,
some kind of some kind of hypothetical needle, isn't it, Eric?
here, give me that. Amon attacks the interns, grabbing the case from their hands in the scuffle. A glass.
I think that's supposed to be vial.
Glass vial falls to the floor.
Oh, I think it's flask, not vial.
Flask. Yeah. Glass flask falls to the floor. That's a weird way to spell. I think it is file.
Yeah, either way, whichever one it is, it's weird way to spell it.
Yeah. Good luck. Good Lord. The man is dead. That odor. Let's see. Oh, hetero chlorophyll. Professor NK told me it would be deadly poisonous if it contacted his own formula. This mist is my clothes are saturated with it. Now I'm beginning to get weaker. Let's see. Again, Amon is barred in his escape. Carl, look, the amazing man. The guard leaps with a superhuman bound. Amon flies over the Nazis. Completing the leap, a man strikes through a door, to be confronted by a squad of armed men. Amon flies into action, smashing the soldiers in every direction. But he grows weaker. A Nazi attacks from behind. Amon is overpowered.
Henry, at last we have the amazing man. Oops.
Let's see. Fearing to use the green mist again, as his clothes are still soaked with the poisonous fluid from the intern's file. Amon allows himself to be led away.
To the adjacent room with him, we'll see how amazing he is when he faces the firing squad. Look, you're a spy. You have come here to get information for the French army. Well, you have failed, Mr. Amazing Man. You will face firing squad immediately.
In an elevator, rising to the surface, the Great Question commands Amon's strength to return. Amon, you must stall them until the fumes of the heterochorin evaporate from your clothes. Then you may use the mist again and escape. I command your strength to return at once. Let's see. Amon summons all his strength and becomes tense, watching the guards shrewdly. Like a streak of lightning, Amon seizes a guard and goes completely berserk.
Blitzen, what is this?
I don't know, Rudolph.
Don't you-
I just threw that line in there.
Yeah. Da. Don't shoot him in. You will hit our own guards. Now we have him quickly. Now to your stations.
The mist, Amon, now.
Thunderbird was. Oh.
Like a cloud of suddenly, the green mist, and then you said that already. Like a cloud of fury, the mist rolls along the line, disabling the evil squad, leaving men fatally wounded and guns wrecked, bayonets piercing, screaming riddles. The amazing man is on the rampage. Let's see. Leaping to the tip of the wall, looking for a means to escape, Haman gates a glass roofed building. What kind of building can that be? Exposed as it is to shell fire. But no, I see it is protected by this wall. I'll take a look into it. Amon crashes through, and again the green mist comes in contact with deadly fumes of heterocorin.
Ah, was ist?
Let's see. The chemist fall dead, victims of the poisonous gas created by the combination.
Hydrochloroquine?
Huh?
Oh,
The
I thought you were trying to.
yeah, combination of the heterocorin and the green mist. I think this may prove valuable. Heterocorin is highly explosive. Um, Here goes. Oh, Amon in the final vengeance before completing his escape dumps the heterocorin into a huge melting pot. He runs out. Boom! Outside, Amon leaps clear of the terrific explosion, which tears away the laboratory and surrounding fortifications. Ah, a means of rapid escape, the motorcycle. Amon sends the officer crashing to the ground as he hits the motorcycle full force. 3 minutes later, Amon speeds past a train of armored cars and tanks.
Danswetter. Did you see that? Wilhelm?
Wilhelm. Wilhelm.
Wilhelm. Did you see that, Wilhelm?
I'll head to the airport. I can get a plane here, there, to carry me away from this nest of
This.
rats. Okay. With a screeching brakes, Amon pulls to a quick stop at the airport. Good. There's a plane getting ready to leave. I'll stow away on it. Amon sneaks behind the officers and enters the plane unnoticed. Uh, I think that's the general there, the officer there speaking.
No.
Look
Are
at what
you
it said.
ready, Joseph?
Oh.
Are you ready, Joseph? This flight leaves for Moscow in 3 minutes. You better take your place. The motors are warm.
All right, so this is wonderful. Moscow, the first step east on my return to Tibet. I wonder what will happen to this flight on this flight. Will Aman get to Tibet without mishap? Look for
Of course not.
look for your next issue of Amazing Comics, and we'll just kind of I'll just kind of
Yeah.
breeze through the other because let's see. Yeah, we're already at hour 44, so we'll probably be wrapping up.
Yeah. JR says Wilhelm and Herman, not racist at all. No, not racist at all. It's German people. What are they going to name them? Frank and Joe?
How about Poopy and Droopy?
That could be done.
Or maybe Yucky and Ducky, maybe.
They may be typical names for German people, but what do you expect? It's German people.
Mm-hmm.
You don't name German people, give them American names or French names or Asian names,
Actually, what's kind of funny is
Japanese names, Chinese names,
what's one of the funny things.
Italian names.
One of the funny things is that back when Funimation was first getting into dubbing a lot of the animes they would get. A lot on some of the animes they would actually change the. Well, Funimation wasn't the only one done it. I know. I think when Deke originally dubbed Sailor Moon, they did the same thing. Some of the older dubs, right, in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and early 90s there, they would actually Americanize the names. There's Mini Midget right there.
Mini midget.
I mean,
JR says
remember,
Paul.
go ahead.
I'm just saying, Eric. JR says Paul, Eric, or Frank, anything but Herman.
Do 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 you recognize it?
Yeah, slightly. I just not sure to what.
From a 60s television show, American television show. And the reason I was singing it was because you mentioned the name Herman, of course.
Oh, the Munsters.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Herman Munster.
All right. So, anyways, we're an hour 47 here, so I think we're going to start to wrap up here. So, what we are going to do here, we're going to take a look back. Today is Friday, September 29th, 2023. So, we're going to go ahead and take a quick look at this day in Nietzsche history. History! So, anyways, started here. First off, we're going to head back 40 years ago today. Is on this date, 40 years ago today. 13, and then 2008. Okay, that was right. All right, on this date, 1983, rather, 40 years ago today, the 550th issue of Action Comics went on sale on this date back in 1983. The name of the story was The Day the Earth Exploded, written by E. Nelson Bridwell. A script by, or plot, that was the plotter. The plotter was E. Nelson Bridwell, scripter by Bob Rosales, penciled by George Tuska. Sal Trapani did the inking, lettering done by Ben Oda, and then Eugene D'Angelo did the coloring. Featured Superman, Jimmy Olsen, and the sporting characters Jimmy Olsen, Lana Lang, and Louis Lang, and then this was, of course, featuring Superman of Earth 1. So on this date, 40 years ago today, the 550th issue Action Comics went on sale on this date.
I just noticed the address of DC Comics in New York. You gotta love their address. 666, whatever street. Not that I play into a lot of that stuff. But...
666 Fifth Avenue, New York, New York. Yeah, okay. Yeah. I see where the joke is too there. Anyways, so on this day in 2003, 20 years ago today, WWE held its Monday Night Raw event from the Allstate Arena in Chicago, Illinois. The main event saw Rob Van Dam defeat Christian in a ladder match for the WWE Intercontinental Champion. Among some of the other matches included Goldberg and Shawn Michaels defeating Randy Orton and Ric Flair via DQ. Jim Ross defeating Jonathan Goodman
Woo!
in an announcing winner and partners get position country whipping match. Garrison Cade, Mark Jindrak, and Maven defeated all three members. La Resistance of Rene Dupree and Yvonne Grenier and Rob Conway. And then in a match for the WWE Tag Team Championships, the Dudley Boys defeated Scott Steiner and Test to retain the title. So that happened 20 years ago today. Then following that, moving on ahead to 2008, which was 15 years ago today. On this date, 15 years ago today, A.C.G.T's Monochrome Factor would complete its run on Japanese TV on this date 15 years ago today. So A.C.G.T's Monochrome Factor would complete its run on Japanese TV on this date 15 years ago today.
Cool, I guess.
And finally, 10 years ago today, this date in 2013, which was 10 years ago today, the animated children's television series Julius Jr., based on the characters of the Paul Frank brand, Julius Jr. premiered on Nick Jr. on this date 10 years ago today.
Cool.
So Julius Jr. would premiere on Nick Jr. on this date 10 years ago today.
Intriguing.
So with that, I thank everybody for being here tonight. We'll be back here, of course, on Sunday. Rick, I hope you'll join us on Sunday. And I know that at some point you may not be able to join us as regularly for a while there once you start moving and all that. But I hope we can still see you on a regular basis here. And I know I have you scheduled as coach next on the 20th. Thank you for stepping in for RJ amidst his technical issues. And I had a goof up, but we already dealt with that. So with that, how did you like the material tonight?
Good. Pretty good stories. Like fairly simple, fairly straightforward stuff. Of the one big thing, the Speed Centaur story, I think it was, with that huge forehead.
Well, that's a continuation of a story we've been reading, but hope to see you back here on Sunday. Now, of course, RJ is also scheduled to be back here next week as well, and I think next week will be fine. I think the issue was here this week. He actually was at a convention, and therefore he was at a hotel, and that's why he didn't. Wi-Fi at the hotel was acting up. So
and I obviously had a little bit of problems with my Wi-Fi tonight too.
Well, early on, but I think it eventually cleared up, right?
Yeah, well, for the most part, there was a couple spots here and there.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that, I thank everybody for being here, and we will be back here on Sunday. And I hope to see everybody back here then. Bye.
He says furry convention. No, I don't think it's